Hi, welcome to the Training Center. Today we're going to talk about how to do a triple evacuation. Okay, so currently the EPA does not require triple evacuation for most installs. With the coming of A2Ls, we are seeing manufacturers are already asking that their systems be installed with the triple evacuation method being used. So I've already started on this system here, pulling down a vacuum. I'm actually sitting at about 1400 microns right now. For your first vacuum in the triple evacuation, you can get to about 2000 or under is fine. One of the other things you'll notice today, I'm using a 4-port manifold here, which is going to make this a little bit easier. So I'm able to be connected to the high and low side on the system. I'm connected to my vacuum pump with a large hose, and I have a hose specifically for my nitrogen tank. This way I don't have to attach or detach any hoses to try and put nitrogen in the system. So with all this set up, I've got my nitrogen regulator set very low. We're really only looking to try and get about 2 to maybe 5 psi into the system to repressurize it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up a little bit. And I'm going to change my screen back to my regular refrigeration screen here. And we're going to go ahead and introduce just a little bit of nitrogen at a time. I kind of just throttle it in, and we'll watch that pressure go back up. So that's all it took. That's about 4 psi right there. So I'm totally cool with that. So I'll close all this down. The other reason we don't want to go to really high pressure is we don't want to blow all the oil back out of our vacuum pump here. So I'll close the nitrogen bottle back up. We're good there. All my other hoses are connected. And I'm going to start my vacuum pump back up, and I'm going to slowly open the valves and just kind of meter that nitrogen out so I don't blow all the oil out again. All right, so a little feathering just to make sure everything's going good. We're starting to pull down into inches of mercury again, so I'm going to change it back so we can track the microns on our evacuation here. Give me a minute, you'll see my microns pop up here when my probe reconnects. So for the first time, we were looking for about 2,000 microns. The second time, I'd like to see between 1,500 or 1,000. So there we go, we're starting to read microns now. We're going to let that run for a few minutes so we can get down to the desired level. So we pulled the vacuum down a second time. We got to about 1,000 microns. And now we're going to do the same thing. We introduced nitrogen for our second time here. So same thing, got my regulator set very low. I'm going to crack this open, and I will open up my high and low side. And we will slowly add some nitrogen again, just trying to get to about 5 psi or so. I'm going to change back so I can see psi. And there we go, right about 4.5 or 5 psi. So that'll be all we need there. I'll close this up again. We can leave these open. We leave a high and low side open. We're going to start the vacuum pump again and slowly let nitrogen back in. All right, now this will be our final vacuum pull, and you would want to get down to 500 microns this time and be able to do a vacuum decay test to make sure your system isn't rising out of a leak. But you can see now how simple it is to do a triple evacuation. All right, this has been how to do a triple evacuation. For this and any other needs, come check us out at the Johnstone Supply Training Center, where you can get real-world experience for your real-world career.